Why hello everybody, Spencer here, also known as Lego Dude 11, and in today's video, this is The Fall Guy spoiler review. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, this is The Fall Guy. Official movie spoiler review. I don't know, official movie official spoiler review. And I got on my Dwight shirt that says "false" for a guy. I put on this shirt, and then I'm also doing. This is the day of May the 4th, so I'm also doing my Star Wars Tales of the Empire review as of today. So I got my change of shirts. It's a very crazy, busy day. Also, the end of Monsters at Work. So I'm doing like 3 reviews in one day, trying to. Man, it's such a busy day today. Crazy. It's crazy for me. But nonetheless, let's kick off The Fall Guy. I love this movie. To me, like, this year for movies and TV right now is going down. It was really great for me. I'm loving it. I cannot wait for the summer season, which The Fall Guy, to me, was the kickoff of the summer movie season. It was awesome. And this has Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt as the leads. And Ryan Gosling as the Fall Guy. Also starring Winston Duke as a stunt coordinator. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Stephanie Hsu, Hannah Waddingham, who's from Ted Lasso, Rebecca and Ted Lasso. I'm like, this is awesome. Great cast. Great movie. It's like Mission Impossible. It started out as a TV show, and now it's a movie. If they do another one, I think this is just fine as one. But, yeah, I mean, I don't see why they need to do another one. But I love this movie. This is probably going to be like my top 5 movies of the year. I've seen Dune 2, I saw Love Lies Bleeding, and I've seen Civil War. 3 great movies, but this one's definitely going to be in my top 5 movies of the year. Great movie, great love letter to stunt people, stunt teams, and the entire thing. You know, you see David Leitch, who's the director. David Leitch and Ryan Gosling before the movie, like, don't talk on your cell phones. He's like, this is the director. It's a love letter to the stunt team. Thank you so much for watching. We made this for you guys. Like, we thought about you. It's great stuff. They talked about that first. But I love the score by Dominic Lewis. One of the things that I love about this score is it feels really well made for the action set pieces, and not just that, but for the types of scenes that it's doing in the movie. And beyond that, there's a few times where, you know, Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt's like the director of the film in the movie, so it's kind of Inception, but not really. But beyond that, Ryan Gosling, as he's working on this film, and Aaron Taylor Johnson is the lead on this film, and Ryan Gosling's the stunt guy for Aaron Taylor Johnson. And the film that they're working on has like this music that's a lot like Dune, because it's like this sci-fi epic western type of movie. The music sounds like a lot like Dune, but it's not Hans Zimmer doing the score, it's Dominic Lewis. I love this score. I love what they do in the score itself, or for the film itself, and then like the actual like action pieces that they're just doing, like Ryan Gosling getting towed, being pulled behind a truck. Dude, it was awesome, and some of the stunts in this movie are so good. It's been one of my favorite because I'm a big fan. Like again, David Leitch has done Deadpool 2, American Pie, or Atomic Blonde. And I have to, he just did Bullet Train. David Leitch. He has done Bullet Train, Fall Guy, Atomic Blonde, and a part of John Wick's, and Hobbs and Shaw, and Violent Night, and Nobody. That's why this felt like a lot like John Wick, because I'm like, man, this feels like a lot like the choreographer. He did work on part of John Wick. He didn't direct John Wick, but he worked on some of John Wick, and then Nobody, and apparently Violent Night, because I love Violent Night, guys. Love Violent Night. And I do remember David Leitch working on Violent Night. Such a great movie, guys. It's such a great Christmas movie that I cannot believe has gotten made. Because I've never seen Die Hard fully. I know bits and pieces, but that's another story for another time. This movie feels a lot like the scene with them. I like Bullet Train. It was fine. It wasn't like in my top 10 of the year, but this is in my top 10 of the year. Deadpool 2, I understand watching Deadpool 2, or I understand watching this, where I was like, there's that scene where like he's hanging off of the car and then like jumps through the truck, or jumps past the like crate like that he's standing on, the metal thing, and he jumps into the truck. A lot like Deadpool 2, when Deadpool is in the car or on the car with a sword and then jumps onto the convoy. a lot like that. A lot like that. And I could tell that David Leitch was trying to do the same thing here. And it didn't feel forced. It felt perfect. And I loved it a lot. The humor here in this film is amazing. I loved it. Oh, the humor, the romance comedy really worked for me. The chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, seamless. If you haven't seen him in Barbie, if you don't know, his Kenergy is great. I am Knuff. I did not wear my Knuff shirt today, which could have been perfect too because it's Ryan Gosling, but I didn't. It's fine. But yeah, dude, I love him, and it's so funny how him and Aaron Taylor Johnson look a lot alike in this film, and I know that the hair and the makeup team probably did it on purpose because they're like a stunt, like they're supposed to look alike for the film itself, but they're making on set. But it's funny to me how in this film, like with their scruff and then the hair is like, well, they look a lot alike. Dude, this movie's awesome. The story in this film basically is that Ryan Gosling has to figure out the case of the missing actor lead, where Tom Wright or Aaron Taylor Johnson's character has gone off to. This whole mystery unwinds, and basically Hannah Waddingham is behind it all. The twists and turns in this film are incredible. If you remember my review for Argylle, I talked about how the twists and turns really got me, and some people were like, "This is stupid. This is stupid for a movie like this, like the spy genre." Right? I was like, "It's fun." And I think afterwards, in hindsight, like I maybe gave Argylle a little bit too high of a review or too high of a rating. Should have given it like a 6. I gave it like a 9, but I still had fun with Argylle. But this one definitely deserves a higher rating, and I'll give you at the end. I'm not gonna spoil my review right now or my rating. So the what was I talking about? The story, twists and turns are great. Hannah Waddingham is basically behind the whole framing of Ryan Gosling. I shouldn't say framing, but he's being outed. And Aaron Taylor Johnson kills one of his stunt double, Henry. And then so the last guy, the fall guy, I put that in quotes, the fall guy, Ryan Gosling's still out there trying to, beat all the baddies up, and all this, like I said, all this stuff's going down on the road. He meets Stephanie Hsu. They're on the road, like doing the, and then they go back on the movie set, and he's like, "We have to do this. We have to get back at him." So they recorded the camera, right? And the camera is on, there's like the truck, and then like the arm on the end with the little thing, and so he's hanging by that. But before that actually happens, he's like, Aaron Taylor Johnson's in the car, and they're gonna do a jump. Dude, the jump is crazy, and not only that, this all happens like in the third act of the film. And not only that, there's a bar scene, by the way. The bar scene is awesome. The neon glow bar scene is awesome. It's awesome. I love the lighting. I love the use of the lighting in that film, because every time they get punched, I missed that. Every time they get punched or hit, there's like this glow effect. There's like oh, I love the lighting so much. It works so well. I loved it. But then in the finale, where he's hanging, where they're going to do this jump, Aaron Taylor Johnson's like, "Fine, this is the last scene of the movie, last shot of the movie." So then you see, because they think that Ryan Gosling's character is dead, so he gets in the car. He's like, "Who the hell are you?" Gets in, and he's like, "You," and it just takes off. He's like, "No, you don't have a mouth guard. You don't have a mouth guard." Oh, it was funny as heck. I'm watching this, and then they take the tape. He's like, Aaron Taylor Johnson's character's like, "I confessed to you." Tom Ryder's like, "I confessed." Like, "Yeah, you got that on camera?" So they have the tape, and then there's like this wild goose chase of explosions and zoom, zoom, zoom. Because that's the sound effects that they make, right? That's the sound effect that they make. I believe that. So, anyway, then he's hanging off at the top, like where the camera goes, like this. He jumps onto the helicopter, hanging off it, where Hannah Waddingham, Rebecca's character, not Rebecca, but Gale and Tom Ryder are in the helicopter and like fighting for the tape, and then all this stuff happens, and he's like, Hannah Waddingham shooting him with the gun, like, "No, don't shoot me." Best line of the movie was when Aaron Taylor Johnson said he's the best stunt double I've ever had. He's like, he's holding the gun, and Gale goes, "Shoot him, you maniac," or moron, whatever she says, and he's like, "That's the best stunt double I've ever had." And I go, "Yeah," in the theater, because I'm like, I love Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he says that about Ryan Gosling's character. I'm like, Yeah, hell yeah. So, and then he lands, like the little bouncy thing on the ground. He just the gun's empty, and then he just flips him off, and then jumps down. He gets the tape, and then that's basically how the movie ends. Oh, and in the end, the Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt kiss, and then that's how the movie ends. It says, in a world, the movie by Jodie, whatever her name is, by Emily Blunt's character. They go and they show the movie that they made because Jason Momoa is in the movie, and they're like, yeah, we made our movie, Jason Momoa, woo! Done by Jodie, and then Ryan Gosling's character is there at Comic-Con, and you see that all turn out, and then in the end credits scene, they play the old theme, the old TV show theme with the end credits, and there's some stunt bloopers and everything, there's real stunts happening, and then the end credits scene, the mid credits scene before the actual credits roll, is 2 cops pull up with Stephanie Hsu in the car and talking to Gale and Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Tom Ryder, who just fell with the helicopter. And it's Lee Majors and another girl from the old Fall Guy TV show. Lee Majors is the original Fall Guy. It's like, what? They're in this movie. So they're in the end credit scene, and guys, this movie's a blast to watch. Love letter to stunts. Loved everything about the story. The charisma of Ryan Gosling. And I must say John Krasinski, Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt together, the chemistry there, the love interest, the comedy, the action, all that mixed together works for me. This is going to be into my top 5 movies of the year. That's for sure. I think I have Dune 2, this, I don't know specific order, but this, Dune 2, this, Love Lies Bleeding, Civil War by 4 right now. And the rest of May we got If, The Kingdom of Planet of the Apes is coming up next. That's next week, guys. Planet of the Apes, Furiosa, and If. So 3 big movies coming up next. I cannot wait for that. My final rating of this film is an 8.5 out of 10. I love this a lot, guys. I love this a lot. You gotta go check this out. You gotta. If you've not heard of this movie, because my mom said she hadn't even seen a preview. I'm like, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I think I saw a bunch of... Actually, scratch that. I think she saw a preview of that in theaters when we went and saw something like Wonka or maybe Ghostbusters. I thought she probably would have seen one for Ghostbusters when they went to watch Ghostbusters, but I don't know. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy this review. I definitely enjoyed this movie, guys. If you've not heard me rave about this throughout the review, loved it. I definitely recommend, like I was saying, recommend that you go watch this in theaters. But I didn't have the chance to go see Love Lies Bleeding in theaters. So if you're one of those people that's like, it looks fun, I really, really want to see it, but you're like not wanting to go pay money for it. You're like trying to stay back, like save your money for other movies or something else. I totally get it. Totally get it. But this movie has definitely kicked off the fall. I keep saying that. The movie has fallen in. The summer movie season like no other, and I cannot wait for the rest of movies and TV this summer and for the rest of the year, guys. It's not ending at the summer, guys. Don't think about that. But anyway, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, play Lego, and watch stuff. Peace out, everyone. Bye.